Jesus said, "Let the children come to me, and do not hinder them." Jesus reminds us in this simple verse that children have a place in our church, a place in our families, a place in our world, and that children should be honored, protected, encouraged, and celebrated. Welcome, friends, to the Word for Wednesday. I come to you today on location from our church nursery, a place for children, a place where they can be safe and that they can have fun and start the process of learning about church and learning about Jesus. I wanted to tell you a story that I heard the other day on the radio. A story about a mother who was doing work around the house while she was watching her infant son. Her infant had been crawling for a few months, and she knew that it was just a matter of time before he took his first steps. As she was coming in and out of the room, making sure he was safe, and continuing to do her work around the house, she would interact with him from time to time and play with him. As she came into the room one time, he had moved, not just in any way that he'd ever moved before. She realized that he was in a totally different space, a space that he could never get to crawling. She stayed in the room for a while and noticed that he had gotten himself standing up on the couch, or next to the couch. And he very gently, ever so slowly, removed his hands from the couch and began to take those first precious steps. She smiled. Of course, she took out her phone and began to record. She cheered him on and smiled, and they both had a laugh together. Only a few steps in, the predictable happened. The young man fell. Now, he wasn't hurt. He was a little disappointed, little surprised. He wanted to go further, but he fell and looked at his mom, wondering what she would do. Of course, she cheered. She encouraged him. She consoled him and told him it was going to be okay and that he could do even more. The reason this story impacted me is because I wonder what might our world be if we could be like this mother. If those who are trying to make their steps of faith and steps in life, and when they stumble and fall, instead of ridiculing and putting them down or uh, discouraging them, that we actually encourage them and cheered them on. As we see our friends and our loved ones taking little steps towards God, what would happen if we all cheered like this mom, or like all parents do, when they see those first precious steps? In the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, it says, or chapter 3, it says, "Encourage one another daily." In the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, it says, "Gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones." These two simple passages remind us that we are supposed to be people of encouragement. It's so easy to get discouraged in our life. It's so easy to put down others and even put down ourselves. But like a mother cheering on her child's first steps, we too need to cheer each other on. The final thing I would share with you today is a bonus video. Look in the description, and I encourage you to take some time to watch the video by Josh Wilson called "Revolutionary." The chorus goes like this: "Why does kindness seem so revolutionary? When did we let hate get so ordinary? Let's turn it around, flip the script, judge slow, love quick. God help us get revolutionary." I hope today that we can encourage one another with the love and the grace of Christ to keep cheering each other on to what God intends and wants us to be. Of course, along the way, just like a child, we will fall, we'll stumble, but hopefully, in those moments, we can cheer the steps that have been taken, encourage each other to get back up again, and move closer and closer to what God intends. God bless you, and have a great day.